There you go. Take your time. Bring it up, wind them down. Boys, away! Hey.
Hold triangle.
Don't bother using the net anyway, buddy. We'll just grab hold of the trace and we'll just trace it. Murray will just trace it straight into the boat. There's quite a large hook in there, so he'll be well hooked.
Urupukapuka is the largest of the 144 islands in the Bay of Islands, which is the major New Zealand centre for big game fishing. Urupukapuka was originally occupied by Māori, who built numerous pā, or fortified retreats, on the island. In the 1920s, American author Zane Grey visited Urupukapuka. A keen big game fisherman, Grey was impressed. He recorded his impressions in his book, Tales of the Angler's Eldorado, New Zealand.
The beach of golden sand and colored seashells stretched in graceful crescent shape. A soft rippling surge washed the strand, and multitudes of fish, some of them mullet, splashed and darkened the shallow waters.
Zane Grey's book, which included accounts of his exploits chasing big fish in the Bay of Islands, was a bestseller and gave a massive boost to New Zealand's big game fishing scene. The wealthy American travelled with an entourage, which included photographers and cooks. His flamboyant style was not always appreciated by locals, but he did more to promote New Zealand big game fishing than any other angler. Grey helped modernise equipment and promoted new fishing techniques, such as trolling, which is pulling a lure behind a boat, and reels with a brake. Before this, New Zealand deep-sea anglers had to make do with gear adapted from English salmon fishing. In his 3 trips to the Bay of Islands in the late 1920s, Zane Grey and his party caught numerous big game fish, including a 400-pound broadbill swordfish.
"Look out, he's coming up," I shouted. "Get ready!" "Oh, it's a broadbill!" The second leap was enough to dazzle any boatman. It was a forward jump, quite high and long, allowing us time to see his bronze bulk, his wide black tail, his huge, shiny head and waving sword. I labored strenuously to lift him up from the depths. At last I had him up so that we could see the gleaming pale color, the massive shape, the long, fierce-looking sword.
Māori were the first New Zealanders to pursue big fish, catching species such as swordfish with handlines from canoes. In the early 1900s, a few small boats were going after kingfish in the Bay of Islands, but their equipment was basic. The first marlin caught by rod and reel was taken in the area in 1915 and weighed about 100 kilograms. The big game fish are marlin, swordfish, tuna, sharks and kingfish. These impressive specimens put up a strong fight, and many make excellent eating. Anglers generally use a launch to pursue their trophies. Once a fish is hooked, the angler is strapped into a chair which is bolted to the boat. The butt of the rod is put into a holder in order to lever the rod. If the fish runs, the reel lets out line, and a drag system means that the fish expends a lot of energy. Still, battles between the angler and a big fish can take many hours, and the line may snap or the hook pull out at any moment. Today in the Bay of Islands there is a thriving tourist industry based around deep-sea fishing, but conservation remains an issue. During the 1970s, anglers became concerned about dwindling catches of game fish, and long-line fishing trawlers were blamed. Lobbying led to restrictions on commercial fishing, including a 1993 prohibition on selling marlin. In the past, catches were nearly always killed, and photos taken of the successful angler and trophy at the wharf. Nowadays, most fish are handled carefully, then tagged and released. Clubs have a target of at least 50% release, which is often exceeded.